How about things in regards to the actual property? Are there some things that can be done to the property that help lower insurance cost or make it better when I don't know, the storm comes?
Yeah, definitely. Specifically with wind damage, a wind mitigation inspection is certainly recommended for most homes. Oftentimes those inspections will show us that the home qualifies for discounts, and those discounts can be significant. I mean, for some people it can be hundreds of dollars that saves on the policy.
Per year?
Per year, yeah. So I mean, over the lifetime of owning a home, we're talking a ton of money.
Yeah.
So definitely a wind mitigation inspection is always a good idea. And then once we get that inspection, we may say, okay, well, you don't qualify for these discounts now, but here are some things you can do that will help you qualify for those discounts, and that can help lower the premium too.
Good. Okay. So this wind mitigation usually costs a few $100s to get that inspection done, and it can just come out with a lot of benefits for years to come.
Yeah, definitely. That inspection usually more than pays for itself and the returns you get back on the insurance savings.
What are the things that they're looking for in the wind mitigation?
Yeah, primarily it has to do with how your roof is constructed. So they'll look to see what type of nails were used to attach the decking to the truss.
Right.
What type of connection is made between the truss and the wall.
Right.
And,
the hurricane clips.
The hurricane clips. That's what we're hoping they'll find. Yeah.
Right.
And then they also look to see if your shingles meet the current building code. There's discounts for that. They look to see whether you have a secondary water resistance between the shingles and the decking. And then also they check to see if you have opening protection for the doors and windows. So most common hurricane shutters. Or something impact rated that'll help when the wind blows.
Great. Okay. When the wind blows.
When the wind blows.
Right. So there is something to Northwest Florida. There's something called Rebuild Northwest Florida. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Rebuild Northwest Florida is a great program. They have grant money from FEMA. And the purpose of the program is to help strengthen homes in our area against hurricane damage. So the great thing about it is the program will help to pay to make these changes to your home that we just talked about with this wind mitigation discounts.
Right, yeah.
I've had some clients, in fact, we have a couple of employees here at Key Insurance that have gone through that program and saved hundreds of dollars on their insurance premium with the additional discounts that have been added. Also, it makes the home, stand up better when the wind does blow, so there's less damage. And because of that grant money from FEMA, the homeowner only pays 25% of the actual cost. The Rebuild Northwest Florida program pays 75%. So it's a great way to get improvements done to your home at a very reduced price.
Great. And to learn more about that program or to get into that program, just search on the internet.
Yeah, they've got a
website,
and so you can go to the website or just give them a call. And and we've had a ton of people go through that program, and it's been really helpful.
Good.
Really helpful.
Okay, great. So we talked a little bit about flooding and flood insurance. We talked about the flood zones, and I mentioned in a prior video that flood zone X is the best. But it's not just as simple as make sure you're in flood zone X. I mean, there's something called elevation certificates, and that makes a difference when the storm comes. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, definitely. So flood zone X that's your low risk flood area. So typically that's where you find the best rates on flood insurance.
Right.
But once you get into either your moderate risk zones or even the high risk zones, you'll need an elevation certificate really to determine the rate that you pay, because in those high-risk zones, the insurance rate is based on how your home is elevated in comparison to where they think the floodwaters are going to rise to. So that elevation certificate can make a huge difference in what you pay. So that's, if you're in one of those flood zones, you're definitely going to want to have that done in order to determine the price.
Good. Yeah. Anything else that a person needs to know regarding hurricane insurance for their home?
Well, Rob, I think you've done a great job of covering
perfect.
just
okay,
about
good.
everything. So,
right. Just want to make sure I covered all the bases there.
Yeah, definitely. Just the main thing is to to ask before the storm comes. You know, you don't want to be caught after the storm wondering, oh no, do I have coverage?
Right.
You know, always check, you know, review that policy once a year, I think is a great idea. And that way you'll know you're covered.
Great. Okay. I am Rob of Rob Brooks Realty, Paul of Key Insurance, and this is preparing your home for the hurricane. Thanks for watching.